It was very important to them that the dogs had a little bit of set savvy already, that they kind of had a little experience. Uh, Butler, who plays our 8-year-old Enzo, he's done mostly commercials, but he's got a great background in the industry, and so he had a lot of experience. And Parker is relatively new. He'd only done maybe 2 projects before, and so he had the most to learn in this period of time. Especially in the first 2 weeks of training, it's really just letting them get to know us. And it's not really a formal training program per se because they don't know who we are or what we're about. And so it's mostly about just hanging out and finding out what toys they like and what treats they like and maybe what makes them tick, maybe, what makes them nervous, what are they uncertain about. He was so perfect for Enzo. He embodies the Enzo character like nothing I've seen. I mean, it was such fate that he ended up playing this role because he's about as close to Enzo's character in the book that we'll ever find. I mean, it was just meant to be. Part of the training that we do, it starts off kind of in kindergarten, learning the basics and what each word might mean, sit and down, and teach them to retrieve and what have you. But eventually what we do is start putting them together in scenes, these different behaviors, and getting them used to working with somebody else. Because it's very important that they're not only doing these behaviors and tricks for me, I've got to have them go out there and act like they belong to these other people and these other strangers on set and develop a relationship with them. And so that's a whole nother aspect of the training that we do. What we specialize in really is animals portraying the character and appearing to be untrained, working in a natural manner. And so that's the biggest accomplishment that we have on this, is making it look like it's Denny's dog. And he loves his Zoe and his Eve. I mean, that's his family. And it was very important to Simon that, the dog's got to show these emotions. He can't just be a dog chasing a ball and a dog looking at the trainer the whole time. And it's really part of the specialty of what we do, is spending the time with the animal and finding out how best to work with him and to not distract or take away from the actor's performance with him. It's a real subtle kind of balancing act that we do. Oh gosh, he was on the floor with him, rolling belly up, legs, the dog, legs stretched out, just having a ball. I mean, from the first time they met. And so I knew then that we were gonna be okay, because he was just one of those, get your hands dirty, get into it, as a first impression, and had a great feeling for him. And the dog responded. Safety is the number one concern. Besides the actual safety of the animal, it's also the perception of the care and safety of the animal. What we've done that's a little bit unique to other projects that I've worked on is we actually have a camera that follows and documents every single scene we shoot with the dog. And so they can see exactly how we handle him, how we get the emotions from him, how we get him to react in a specific way. We never went over 20 miles an hour, first of all, and they shot it in slow motion, so it really looks like he's feeling the wind, and then we shot some stuff with fans. We made sure that the track was washed down ahead of time so nothing would blow up from the cars in front of us into his eyes. We didn't want any debris, any stones, anything. We took a lot of precautions, in order to do that scene. He also had 3 safety cables on him.